That interview was during the National Media Day here at BYU TV, which, as True Blue's Robbie Bullough shows us, was a very big deal.
On July 1st, BYU celebrated Independence Day. Its football one, that is. On July 12th, the athletic department then hosted its inaugural BYU Football Media Day. Traditionally, athletic conferences host football media days in the weeks leading up to fall camps and feature head coaches and a few players from each of its teams.
We don't have a conference, we can't have media day, so we brought the media to us.
This event far upstages a conference media day. I mean, everything from the big meeting live on BYU TV today to the players and the coaches coming through it, they've rolled out the red carpet for the media day.
This felt so professional and like such a natural thing for this school. Everything they did today seemed to just say, yeah, this makes sense for BYU.
The word we've been using all week is unprecedented.
A lot of local people, some national people. It's a pretty big deal.
It's all BYU. It's one team, one focus.
That's how it should be, right? This place is awesome.
The athletic department hosted its football media day at the new state-of-the-art BYU Broadcasting Building. Media attendees were blown away by the facility.
Starship Enterprise. This place is fantastic. I mean, I do television and radio at ESPN, and I'll tell you, this looks like walking into ESPN.
I felt like I was in Bristol. I said to myself, this is unbelievable.
Because of our relationship with ESPN, I've had 2 tours of ESPN when I've been back in Bristol, and I guess the greatest compliment I could probably pay it is this feels like ESPN in that respect. Marvelous. It's unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this building, and I work in television.
Just was blown away. This building's unreal.
Oh man, they could be doing a whole lot more than just football games in this facility.
Representatives of local and national media gathered to watch 2 events televised live on BYU TV, including a Legends Roundtable featuring some of the most beloved names in BYU football history. The broadcast was a huge success, but some of the best banter came during commercial breaks.
Hey, Coach, is your golf cart still revved? Is it still running outside?
Yes, but not on the practice field. It's more on the golf course now. You playing any golf?
Coach, 4 kids under 10. Come on.
Problem is, the time you get them raised, you'll be too old to play golf.
I'm glad you got married because I just dropped a freshman off this summer, and you know your reputation and all. Oh, did people not know about that?
There's a great story. There's a great story there, but I won't tell you right now.
Yeah, that's good.
When I was dating my wife, she turned to me one time when we were dating. She goes, "You know, you're the oldest guy I've ever dated." And I turned to her a few minutes later and said, "You know what? You're the oldest girl I've ever dated." She's 8 years younger than me. So.
The roundtable was a hit for the media and viewers, and humbling for the participants.
Like swimming around in a shark pond as a minnow. It was just intimidating.
I wanted to ask for their autograph and take pictures with them, basically. You know, those guys are truly legends.
Been fortunate enough to do things like SportsCenter, to really televise a national quality broadcast out to a new national audience is really, one of the pinnacles of my career.
10 of BYU's regular season games will be broadcast on the ESPN family of networks. An enormous increase in exposure for the football team in its first year as an independent. But the 8-year contract with the worldwide leader in sports is mutually beneficial.
ESPN is a business. They're in business to make money. They're in business to draw eyeballs to television sets. And they know that BYU is a brand name national program. Don't think that ESPN is doing any charity here. ESPN is a smart, nimble, nifty, powerful business. And in that, they see BYU as a fantastic partner for them, and I think that says a lot for BYU.
Dave Brown, our Vice President of Programming, and I have been talking since the day BYU left our air. How do we get him back? This is a product that is a national name, a national brand. I feel like this is just going to put BYU up back where they belong in a really high-profile place, and they deserve it. They're a national brand that deserves to be there.
As I tell our people in Bristol, BYU does a ton for us, helps us out immeasurably, and so we have to be able to, we want to certainly respond in kind.
With ESPN and BYU TV on board, along with a number of schools who have scheduled future games with BYU, the Cougars look confidently forward to a road less traveled.
There's naysayers that are saying that, you know, the schedule might be too big for us, that we might not be able to handle it, and we say bring it on.
I'm excited for us to go get a chance to beat up on Mississippi and beat up on Texas, and I hope we do. Hope we play well, and then I'm definitely be talking trash in my locker room.
I think it was a no-brainer, so we're definitely capable of it and going to make it happen.
As a fan and as someone who's always followed BYU from the early days, these days ahead are pretty exciting.
BYU no longer has a conference championship to play for, but Coach Mendenhall has a higher goal.
We're anxious to get to the ultimate game, and I'm not afraid to say it. I know we have a lot of work to do. I know we have to be undefeated to get there, but to say that's not possible, I won't acknowledge that.
The answer is absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes, 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 yes. And I hope every single guy on the team has that mentality. And I did when I was here. I believed it. I believed that we could beat any single team in the country on any given day. You don't have to be the best team in the country to win the national championship. You just have to be the best team in the stadium on every given Saturday. And so they can do it.
I'm one of those people who does believe that this BYU team can win a national championship.
Robbie Bullough, True Blue.